Howdy, beautiful people. It's Spencer Wood, the Real Estate Cowboy. Great to see everybody again this afternoon. As always, Mr. Chili, Mr. Stump are with us today. We are on site down here in the town of Pembroke, Maine in Washington County. We're minutes away from the ocean. We got a beautiful off-grid 80-acre, plus or minus 80-acre property here that we're going to look at today. Pembroke, Maine, tax map 10, lot 1. Again, 80 plus or minus acres, and we actually got 3 cabins unfinished on the property. One of them behind me right now. I'll get some measurements on those and give you guys the exact dimensions of things, but we got 3 unfinished cabins out here. We're about a little less than a quarter mile off of Route 1. It's a right-of-way, deeded right-of-way that comes out here about a quarter mile or so. You go through 2 gates to get here, or 2 wires, I guess you could say, to get out here, but we're going to have a really great opportunity to take advantage of full recreation out here. We got about a 8, 9, 10 acre, probably about like, 9, 10 acre pond slash wetland out in the back right of the property. Other than that, majority of this property is going to be nice, high and dry, and we're going to be able to take advantage of all your hunting needs, from duck hunting to deer. There's plenty of bear, there's plenty of moose and stuff out here. Really great recreational hunting property. And again, Pembroke, Maine, down East Maine, Washington County, a couple minutes away from the ocean where we are right now. So before I spill all the beans, let's start taking a walk up to this first cabin, and we'll tell you guys a little bit more about Pembroke, the area where we're essentially sitting right now, and we'll check in when we get up here in a couple more steps. Good to see you guys again. We've made it up to cabin number 1. Again, 3 cabins on the property. This first one here, about 15 by 25. You got this, it's probably about a 10 foot, or probably a little bit, about, let me see, about 8 feet or so of a covered porch area here. You got a metal roof. You got this clapboard siding. It's all wood there. Again, these are unfinished, but a really good head start for somebody to take advantage of. We'll see, keep that baby open. Nothing, these were essentially just little pieces of hunting camp. You got windows, you got what, 1, 2, 3 windows. Other than that, no insulation or anything like that in here. 2x4 walls, 2x4 rafters, all that sort of stuff. But other than that, no leaks or anything, it seems like. I'm not seeing anything on the sheathing or any of that. So honestly, a little bit of a shop vac, fire up the generator, clean this thing up. Stumpy, hey, let's go. Fire up the shop vac, clean this out, put some insulation up, finish it the way you want. Cabin 1 can easily take advantage of that for sure. This would be a great little spot for, a family or a group of friends or something like that, that are looking to, get out here, be able to do all the ocean activities, literally drive to the end of your kind of right away here. You're on Route 1. Within 25 minutes or about within a half hour, you're in Lebec. You're in Calais, the Canadian border right there. So you're less than a half hour away from our kind of major border crossing down here in Calais, Maine. About a half hour away from Machias as well, which is kind of your hub for this area. So really great kind of central location out here off of Route 1. But again, I mean, if you wanted to go out there and hit a beach and go on the ocean stuff and do all that, you can do it. If you want to be up here in the woods and you want to be out here hunting and fishing and canoeing and kayaking out back where that wetland is, you can do that and really take advantage of kind of being in a good down east location here. Cabin number 1, let's head on down to cabin number 2 here and tell you a little bit more about this property. So we got 80 acres out here. Again, tax map 10, lot 1 in the town of Pembroke. This is an old county road, essentially, that these driveways up to the cabins are going through. I believe it becomes, I think you can, I'm pretty sure, I'll have to double check on the snowmobile trail usage. They may use the snowmobile trail going through here. I haven't really seen too many signs of it, but in terms of your ATV and your snowmobile access, the Down East Sunrise Trail and all that is really nearby. I will dig a little bit deeper to find out if you can access directly into the Down East Trail system from the property here. Right now, I don't think you can, unless this old kind of road fades into one of the trails somewhere. I'll figure that out for you guys. But this is that old, essentially, county road here. This leads into a family-owned business down here, a wreath company, Worcester Wreaths. They do wreaths across America and stuff like that. So they have some really beautiful manicured land. They own a lot of land down here, so good neighbor to have there. They don't do development or anything like that. Just grow trees for the wreaths and the tipping and all that sort of stuff. As you see, we're coming off the road here to cabin number 2. The seller came in here with his brush cutter and stuff and kind of laid all this down to open things up, dry things out a little bit, bring in some more natural light. So wouldn't take but a few hours to grab these and get stuff out of the way and really clean things up. You can kind of see a little gravel area here to park on. Again, pretty much the same thing, about 15 by 25. You got the metal roof right here, 3 or 4 big windows. You got the wooden clapboard siding, all that here. Take a little look around the other side. But all these are on skids, so they were just brought in here and more or less kind of put on these gravel pads, and that was that. So here's the second one here. Very much the same thing, just a shell. Overall, you know, solid. You could easily use it to start. It does look like in some of the places there's been some water damage on the outside. Nothing like in the center here underneath the metal roof. It looks like over there. Over here, there's probably a little bit of damage from some of the branches or something growing up from the outside. So you'll have a little bit of work to do on all these, you know. But they're definitely salvageable in that sense, and you can definitely make use of them and grow these out, build them the way that you want. And again, about 15 by 25, so nice big space, metal roof, you got the clapboards, all that sort of stuff. Let's, we'll flip it around and we'll go check out cabin number 3 there. And yeah, let's head on down the road and check out that next one. We're walking down the third cabin driveway here. So everything's spread out a couple hundred feet. They're not right on top of each other. If you wanted to finish these off and have 3 separate hunting cabins, 3 separate groups of people, and kind of do your own thing and be away from each other, it's honestly, they're that spread out. But if you did also want to bring your whole family here, or like a bunch of your friends and have big deer camp or duck camp out here, something like that, these finished up, I mean, you can literally walk down this little driveway, go right down the road here. I mean, it's right through the woods. So you're only a couple hundred feet away from all of them, so you could really have a fun little compound to walk around and see your guests or your friends, or rent these out, something like that. Again, we got about 80 plus or minus acres. We're looking at about $550 a year in annual property taxes. Real cheap, real affordable, especially with the head start that you got. I mean, all this road is in and stuff like that. So we're gonna look at this last cabin here. This is about 12 by 24, a little bit smaller. But again, same thing in here. You got a complete shell. Doesn't look like I'm not seeing any water damage on the sides of the rafters or anything up here. Maybe a little bit, doesn't look too bad. So overall, I mean, yeah, you're gonna have some work to do for sure. But they're great shells. They're here on site. The roads are put in. You're behind 2 different gates essentially to take advantage of this property out here. Come on, boys. And yeah, I mean, if you want to go to Canada for dinner, you can do that. If you want to go into Machias or something, you can easily do that. And again, we got some mixed forest out here. You can see a lot of it, a lot of softwood, a lot of birch, a lot of beech trees. I'm seeing some pine out through there. So a little bit of a mixed forest. I'd say it's going to be primarily softwood out here. The property is not in tree growth. So if you want to do some clearing, or if you even wanted to put some in tree growth to lower those taxes even further from the $550 a year that they're at right now, you could do that. So let's, well, actually, those are the 3 cabins. Hope you guys enjoyed those. They're all pretty much the same, 12 by 24, ranging from like 15 by 25 or 30. We got roads in here. We got plenty of space to take advantage of. I think what we'll do now is we'll get into the woods. We'll start going back towards that wetland out there, and we'll keep talking along the way. Forgot to close the door. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate everybody's support. We'll close this up and we'll get out into the woods here. I don't know if you guys can see them, but we're down here on the pond slash bog out here. You can hear those ducks. This is going to be one of the better duck properties, waterfowl properties that I've really come across. The habitat here is ridiculous. I mean, you got a good amount of them. On the way down here, we just talking and walking around and stuff like that. Could hear a bunch of them take off as well. So this is gorgeous. I mean, really cool habitat down here. You could take your side-by-side or your four-wheeler, just walk right down here. Can easily canoe and kayak through that for sure. Don't know anything about fish. I kind of doubt it. It's just a lot of beaver activity right here. So they've really just essentially kind of developed your own little waterfowl kind of recreational hotspot out here. Super impressed, honestly. I mean, really good cover through here. A lot of thick wood on the backside. I mean, look at these guys. They're still trying to come in right now. God, that is awesome. I mean, we are trudging around talking on camera, and these birds are still trying to fly in here. They're coming into this pond no matter what sort of racket and stuff we're putting on here. So for fellow duck hunters and people out there in the waterfowl world, or if you just honestly want to set yourself up some cameras down here, I can only imagine the wildlife that's coming in and out of here. There's also some nice kind of roughed in roads, some four-wheeling roads essentially that come down into here. We're gonna have an asking price of $199.9, so you can give me the other $100 if you'd like. We're just short of 200 grand for this. I think it's a phenomenal deal with the 3 cabins, quarter mile off the road. You're gonna have this sort of a paradise literally on the back right side of the property. And a lot of everything else up here is nice and high and dry. I mean, really great upland country through there. You could do some forestry mulching. I mean, this is a property, whoever buys this, give me a jingle, because I would love to come down here with my forestry mulchers and stuff like that and turn this into, like, honestly, a world-class recreational spot. We're about midway to the back of the property here. There's we walked up an old like skid trail slash like four-wheeler trail now, so you can really access quite a bit of the property here. Looks like it kind of dead ends and fades into the woods here. Again, you probably got about half of the property left if you continue to go out there. Looks like mapping wise that there's an old log trail on the boundary there, on the left boundary, that goes out even further. So we'll see if we can go check that out in a little bit. But dead end road right here, that water body, that pond slash wetland area is right over here. I'm sure you can kind of see it in the camera, but that's right over here to our right or left, whichever way you guys are looking. So again, that habitat right there with all that ducks and the beaver and all that sort of stuff, you can really spread some stuff out of, especially for the hunting world or the photography people, or if you wanted to do an off-grid camp and maybe take advantage of this old landing area, clean some things out here, look into that pond. I mean, that would be really beautiful out here. So you could easily do that, maybe even try to drag one of those camps up there. Down in here, you'd obviously have to do some cleaning on that trail, but it seems like a really beautiful location, especially if you open some of this up to like look into that water. And I'm super, still really impressed by that. What we'll do is we'll try to fade into this a little bit, and we'll go check out a little bit more of the interior, but I think you guys are getting the idea here. I mean, really versatile, 80 acres for recreation. I'm going to have to verify later on the snowmobile ATV stuff. You may have to trailer to get to the trail system there, but we'll verify that for you. $199.9, so just short of 200 grand gets you a pretty amazing recreational property. 3 cabins or 3 shells of cabins up there, metal roofs. Really take advantage of that. I mean, insulate them, and you could be doing some stuff here this winter, trapping, whatever you wanted to. Or if you just wanted to be away from it all and be able to, watch all the wildlife that's coming through this area here, you really can. So let's keep moving along here. Hope you guys are enjoying the tour. I know the dogs are absolutely loving it, and we'll rendezvous in a little bit. Alrighty, folks, that's going to conclude our tour today. We're in Pembroke, Maine, Washington County, aka down East Maine, Only a minute or two away from the ocean here. Cobscook Bay is right out there across the way. So easy ocean access. We got 80 acres, plus or minus 80 acres, about a quarter mile off of the road, behind a couple chain gates. We're looking at 3 cabins out here, ranging from about 12 by 24 upwards like 15 by 30. Got 3 of them here, shells, metal roof, wood clapboards. Came out here on some skis essentially. Looking at a really beautiful recreational property, folks. $550 a year, annual property taxes, asking price of $199,900. You got that amazing component of about 10 acres of pond / beaver pond down there that you saw. Unbelievable duck habitat, upland habitat. Probably about another 10 acres or so around that. It would be kind of considered wetland area, but you got a nice access road that goes pretty much to the back of it there. Again, looking at a really beautiful opportunity for somebody to have a head start, make a little family hunting compound, maybe do some homesteading, something like that. I'm sure you could easily pull in solar, clear some of this out, open up some more sunlight in here, and you really got an awesome opportunity. Other than that, I think that's it. I guess we're gonna load the dogs up and start heading back towards Route 1. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour today. As always, you know what to do. Get a hold of the cowboy. We'll see you down at the next one. Giddy up.